How we doing, everybody? It is Matt Modi here with OddsJam, and I got some pretty awesome NBA bets for you guys. So mostly going to be spreads, totals, money lines in this one. If you do want my player props, you just have to watch a previous video that came out on this YouTube channel. But there's so many good NBA plays like this one right here that I figured I would do a video for these non-player prop bets, which again, just insane value on this one. And the play that we are looking at, the very first one, is the Chicago Bulls versus Phoenix Suns over 226 minus 107 at PointsBet. So number one, we can talk about the math behind it because that's obviously the most important thing. The no vig odds price this at about minus 119. These odds are pulled from the sharpest sports books in the world in terms of pricing odds. So OddsJam back tested previous betting opportunities, collected millions of historical data points, trying to determine. We're basically using that data to determine what sports books historically over the course of time do the best job at pricing odds. So anywhere in which like you're scrolling through the OddsJam positive EV page and you see these no vig odds, and by anywhere I mean like it's on every single play, just understand that those are pulled from the sharpest sports books in the world, so they can be viewed as the perfect line, the true line of what a market should truly be priced at. And in this case, the minus 119 and the gap between those odds and the points bet line at minus 107, it's a pretty remarkable gap considering this is a main line. Normally, especially for like a main sport like the NBA or the NFL, it's rare to find an EV play this valuable on a main line like a total spread or money line. So this is a really, really valuable play. All in all, equates to a profit margin of 5.16%. Now, I recommend putting to win a unit on this one, which is about, for me, risking $107. So for that, $107 multiplied by 5.16% means I made about $5 on this one bet. Now, $5 per bet doesn't sound like a lot, but you have to understand it's just one bet. So I would like you to think, how many bets do you think you're placing over the course of a day, of a week, of a month, and you multiply this $5 by 10, 15, 20, 25, 100. Alex, the OddsJam co-founder, probably gets 50 bets in a day. Multiply 5 by 50, you're making $250 a day and more if you have a bigger bankroll than me. So don't get discouraged by just thinking these lower numbers aren't valuable. They are. And in this case, just look at where the other books price this play. DraftKings, minus 140. BetRivers, minus 139. Pinnacle, minus 131. And then if you go and look at the sports books that price, or you go and see where every sports book prices this total. So we got it at 226 at minus 107, which is just insane. The closest book has us at 227 and a half, which is Pinnacle. We see Bookmaker, another really sharp sports book, have this at 228. We see BetOnline, the third sharp sports book, have this at 228 and a half, which is 2.5 points higher than what we got it at. Again, that's just insane value that you don't see very often. This is what one that Alex likes to call a no-brainer. You see value like this, you should hammer it. So this is going to be my first bet, Bulls versus Suns over 226 minus 107 at PointsBet. As you can see, lines are just ripping towards this over. Like you could get it an over at 226, 228 and a half, 230, 225 and a half, 229. You can go all the way across the board. There's a bunch of different strategies about the best way to approach these. At the end of the day, Alex likes to just say take the one with the highest EV percent. In this case, it's the main line at minus 107. That's generally what I like to do, or I'll find the tightest market. So instead of the highest EV percent, the lowest market width. But I've kind of gone against that strategy. Now I just kind of look for one that's the highest EV percent, which also happens to be the main line. So this is going to be my first bet for this video. This is also my favorite bet of the NBA slate. So if you just want one bet to tail, this is my absolute favorite one. Now, of course, I always recommend volume and placing more bets over the course of time. But if you just wanted to place one, then I would recommend this one. But another play that's really good, and the odds did end up changing on that one. So let me go ahead and give this page a refresh, make sure that I'm working with the most up-to-date lines here. So another play that I liked, and it was this mainline one, another points bet play, Spurs versus Thunder, under 233.5. Another play on points bet, as I mentioned, minus 107 odds at points bet, no vig odds of minus 116. So again, 9-cent gap between those two numbers equates to a profit margin of just below $4, $3.98. This is another play that I recommend risking to win a unit on. So for me, that would be $107 risked to win 100. For you, whatever a unit is, put that to win. And again, look at where every other sports book is pricing it. Bookmaker has this all the way down at 231.5, as does Pinnacle. And then we see BetOnline have it at 232. DraftKings at 232.5. So the closest book has it for a point lower, and then every other book has it at 232 or 231.5. And Bookmaker actually favors it going under 231.5, which is really, really good. So I'm going to leave it with these two totals bets for the NBA. I absolutely love both of them. I recommend they both are worth a unit. The over in the Suns versus Bulls, and then the under in the Spurs versus Thunder. And that's going to be it. So if you're tailing both of these bets, comment and let me know. But like I said, that's all I got. So I do appreciate everybody watching, and have a good one.